WWE announced a major new development program. Plus, Goldberg Crown Jewel rumors are abound. We have an update. And a new match has been added to AEW Full Gear. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. Major news coming out of WWE regarding their work with the independent circuit.
Absolutely. Today, WWE announcing a first-of-its-kind developmental program designed to provide up-and-coming independent wrestlers a pathway to a potential career in WWE. The program will be called WWE ID, short for Independent Development. So they are essentially partnering with a bunch of indies, some of which you will no doubt be familiar with. If you're not familiar with the schools themselves, you'll be familiar with some of the trainers. They have partnered with some of these indies. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling is on there, based out of Houston. Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, based out of Atlanta. Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy in Davenport, Iowa. Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center in Concord, and the Knox Pro Wrestling Academy, that's Rikishi's one, out in LA. They have earned the official designation, and they continue saying that the goal is to identify top independent wrestling prospects with an official WWE ID prospect designation, and then support their developmental journey by providing financial opportunity and assisting with training, mentorship, and development, including access to world-class facilities, best in-ring class training, athletic trainers, and more. So they're basically scouting people that they think are going to be future WWE superstars, not necessarily signing them as such. They're not heading to the performance center, although judging by that, they might be offered the opportunity to train there once in a while and supporting them along their journey. It's something that other sports do. They keep an eye on people who they think have that potential, and WWE now dipping their finger in the same way.
And I think it's something that quite a lot of people will be relieved to hear, because for a long time, WWE have been working on their development system Next in Line, which is designed to get people who don't have a wrestling background into wrestling. And there was a fear for a long time that it would mean that all of the future WWE talent would come from a non-wrestling background. In fact, for a good long while under the previous administration, there certainly was a favoritism towards non-wrestling people to be brought in, learn the WWE way, and do it that way, as opposed to taking people from the independent circuit and teaching them new ways. This absolutely makes a statement to say that not only will they be looking for non-wrestling talent to be the future of WWE, but actual wrestling indie talent to be the future of WWE as well.
For sure. I think it's a really, really good thing, because then you're getting the best of both worlds, aren't you? You're getting the athletic standouts from other sports, but also you've got your eye on the indie scene and providing opportunities for those wrestlers. I would expect to see numerous notable independent promotions be announced for this over the coming weeks, months, however long. It wouldn't surprise me if some of the indies that WWE have previously partnered with in various ways end up being this, perhaps here in the UK. Progress, it seems like an obvious
Progress
one.
seems like what they partnered with Progress during the pandemic, of course, and that relationship came to an end in terms of a streaming relationship. It certainly did. I think OTT would be in the conversation. It was just this past weekend that we had the Judgment Day headlining OTT's 10th year anniversary show. Finn Balor and JD McDonough going home. I think they'd be certainly one of the promotions they'd look at. Whether they'd work with maybe an ICW again, quite possibly.
I think this is what they mean now. This is what global expansion. Remember they were talking about that? This is what it is, isn't it? It's not about setting up training schools in specific international locations. It's about going, you. Then come to Florida. I think anyway, that's the impression I get.
They've kind of found this way of sort of reigniting like a territory system, but also having it so they are owning the territory system. Create your own competition, be your own competition. It's one that we'll keep an eye on at cultaholic.com, as we will the next steps of Goldberg. We have people stationed outside of numerous airports in and around the Atlanta area, just in case Goldberg fancies a flight to Saudi Arabia. We're watching you. Because there's been a lot of conversation about Goldberg and Gunter potentially having a match somewhere down the line. What do we know so far, Adam?
Well, they had the little moment. There were reports circulating that it was going to lead somewhere, but don't expect that to kick off or further in any way at Crown Jewel. According to PW Insider, the Hall of Famer is not slated to be in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Whatever WWE has planned for Goldberg and Gunter down the line, they are not currently furthering that story this weekend, at least with Goldberg in person. So there's a lot of tears happening right now, but you will not see Goldberg in Saudi Arabia, sorry.
A lot of tears from my eyes that we're not having that at Saudi Arabia.
I want to see it, you know.
I want to see
Goldberg putting over Gunther. Assuming that's the result.
Goldberg battering Gunther.
No.
Wow.
Genuinely, I think that could be really good. I think that Gunther has a lot of feathers in his cap already, but killing Bill Goldberg, go on. I think it's cool.
Gunther.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's certainly one that I think Gunther would benefit from having defeating Goldberg on his hands there.
Yeah, there's not many
so good
Goldberg matches Goldberg matches that I want to see anymore. But Gunther's up there, you know.
It is absolutely up there. I want to send some love to El Phantasmo today from New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's taken a leave of absence from wrestling due to health reasons. He revealed that in the last 2 weeks, he found a tumour of cancer, as the doctors did, and they say that things are happening really fast. I have amazing family, friends, and fans by my side. I'm grateful to have the support of warriors who have gone through the same thing before. I look forward to helping those get through it next. Believe me when I say I'm in good spirits. I'm not nervous, worried, or scared. Send our best to El Phantasmo.
For sure. You know what was obviously horrible to hear? We send our very best, as you say. As part of this statement that you put out, it was like, don't think about me, think about Chris Bay right now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was so nice. He needs your thoughts more than I do, something to that effect. And what a cool guy to do that. That's really awesome of him.
Absolutely. We mentioned in our first video about Chris Bay sustaining a serious injury at the TNA Impact tapings on Sunday. We talked about it at length in our first news video. There is a GoFundMe set up because as Chris Bay is on the road to recovery, the one thing that as fans and in his colleagues and his friends, we don't want to see, and that's Chris Bay worrying about getting through day to day. So there is a GoFundMe to support Chris Bay, which you can find in the description down there as well. We send our love to Chris Bay and to El Phantasmo today. AEW International Champion Konosuke Takeshita back under the banner of New Japan Pro Wrestling when they are stateside next month and the month after.
Yeah, doing both of their 2 stateside events. The first one in Lowell, Massachusetts. It's a fun word to say, and I can't say Massachusetts. And Long Beach, California as well. No opponents have been announced for him for either show, but we'll keep you updated on that one.
Love the idea of Takeshita just taking that AEW International title all over the place.
Yep.
Just having bangers. We saw it at Maple Leaf where he and Speedball had a great match. Then he and Josh Alexander had a great match for the title the following day. Yeah, send Takeshita around the world defending that title.
I love him. I think he's class. Really, really big fan of his work.
Anthony Henry in AEW will stay in AEW. He suffered an injury in a match against Gabe Kidd on Collision, torn biceps for Anthony Henry. He gave a very positive update,
saying, apparently, I'm an anomaly. Only about 2 weeks post-op, and I'm out of the immobilizer and already moving freely with nearly full ROM. Range of motion, that'll be, won't it? Fingers crossed, but I think I can be cleared in another 6 weeks, so not too long to wait.
I think if I'm ROM is read-only memory.
Sorry.
That's okay. We all had a Sega CD as a kid. Or a Mega CD if you're normal. Now, yeah, congratulations to Anthony Henry. There's so much upside with Anthony Henry, and I felt for him as he came back from a broken jaw, only to go down with a torn biceps again. So I'm glad that he's ahead of schedule. Obviously, we want to see you back soon. Don't rush back and get injured again, because a lot of times these injuries occur when people are so keen to get back in there and do what they do that they expedite the process. Just be well, Anthony.
Slow down. You move too fast.
Nice. You've got to make the morning last. And I'm feeling groovy about this.
Go
on. The boom is being brought.
How do they do it? Like that?
We bring the boom.
Boom.
We bring the boom to you.
That's Adam Cole's theme. Why are they put
I'll have you know, it is the Costco Boys theme. Adam Cole just stole it in his time machine. The boom is on its way to AEW Full Gear. AJ, aka AJ from off of the Costco Boys, is facing QT Marshall on the countdown show for Full Gear. It was announced recently that AJ has a contract for one match, and it's going to be against QT Marshall. They were both AJ and Big Justice were on Jimmy Fallon last night, and AJ revealed that his son Big Justice is going to be putting the bake down, and he's going to be getting in his corner when he fights QT Marshall. Sweet. Bringing the boom to you.
I don't know who they are, but the fact that they've got AEW a mention on Fallon Says it all, doesn't it?
It says
the point.
everything.
That's the point. They do nothing for me. I've seen the little videos and they say boom or doom, is it? Something like that. I don't understand. It doesn't.
I'll lend you my copy. I'll lend you my copy of Loud People on the Internet Monthly. I was the cover boy 2 months ago. So I have a lot in common with AJ, and I'm buzzing for it. A lot of people have been weird about it because they've gone, well, why is he wrestling? He's an internet person. Why is he wrestling? AJ's a former indie wrestler, so he's got chops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And even back out there training again recently.
It's a laugh, right? It's just it's a fun bit of panto. It's on the pre-show. You don't even have to pay to watch it. And you know what? I bet more people will be watching the pre-show than normal. And to be honest, I think I'll enjoy it a little bit more than I do the normal pre-show outings. Some big multi-man bollocks that means nothing. Who cares? I don't even know who this guy is, this big AJ guy. But it's panto, isn't it? It's just going to be a silly little funny match where that little chunky kid gets involved and lobs him at him and all that. Good for him. Get paid. I don't care. Who cares? It's a pre-show. Have I just fat-shamed a cook? Screw it. Millionaire kid. I don't care.
For the latest double chocolate chunk cookie at any time, you can check out cultaholic.boom. Stay safe. Oh, no. Love you. Bye.